Hi Janesville, welcome to Park Place Views, brought to you by the City of Janesville and JATV Media Services. I'm Maggie Darr, Management Information Specialist for the City of Janesville. This monthly program aims to keep Janesville residents informed by highlighting the people, places, events, and partners in the City of Janesville. On last month's episode, we talked with Police Chief Dave Moore about the Janesville Police Department's recent activities. If you're interested in viewing past episodes of Park Place Views, they're available to watch on the city's website or JATV's YouTube channel. On this month's episode, we'll be speaking with Janesville Area Convention and Visitors Bureau Executive Director Christine Rebout about the role the JACVB plays in the Janesville community. Christine has been Executive Director of the JACVB for 19 years. She's a native of Rock County. She has a BA in Communications from the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater with a minor in journalism. Before beginning her career with the JACVB, Christine worked for 7 years as a producer and director with a cable company. She currently serves as the Vice Chair for the Wisconsin Area Convention and Visitors Bureau and is a board member for the Upper Midwest Association of Convention and Visitors Bureaus. Thanks for being here, Christine, and giving our viewers an opportunity to learn about the Convention and Visitors Bureau. So first, I just want to learn a little bit more about your organization. Though you're closely tied to the city in several ways and you're a great partner to us, you're really not part of the city, is that correct?
That is correct. We are an independent nonprofit 501c6 corporation. So we're independent from the city in Forward Janesville, though we do operate with a contract with the City of Janesville and we partner frequently on a lot of projects and initiatives.
So how many staff members do you have and what are their different roles?
We currently have 6 staff members. I'm the executive director and I work to provide the strategy for the organization and I work as a liaison with the community. Lori Johnson is our director of sales and she works to bring meeting and conference groups and group tours to Janesville. Susan Melton is our marketing director and she implements that overall marketing strategy. Eric Panico serves as her assistant and marketing director. He also does all of our photography for the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Sandy Walton is our office manager. She manages all of our data, both for meeting and conference events and for our website. And then Lydia Stigman is our visitor services representative who oversees our visitor center. And we're currently hiring for our group services representative. And that individual will provide that customer service for the meetings and groups coming into Janesville.
Okay, great. So job opportunities out there for members of the community. So you mentioned Lori is the Director of Meeting and Group Sales. So her primary duty is to bring meetings and larger groups to Janesville. How does that recruitment work?
She attends 4 to 5 trade shows a year, and those trade shows are really appointment-based. We like to say they're a little bit like speed dating, where they set up people who want to come to the Janesville community and people who have similar needs for what we have to offer. So in addition to that, she also belongs to a lot of trade associations. She belongs to the Wisconsin Meeting Planners International Chapter. She belongs to the Midwest Association of Society Executives. And through those memberships, she's able to network with people who are looking for places to hold meetings. She also works on putting together bid proposals for events coming in and just makes sales calls to anyone who could be holding a meeting in the Janesville community.
Okay, so you're trying to bring people from the outside to bring their meetings here, but what about bringing your meetings home? I know you have a program to bring your meetings home. How can our residents and businesses play a role in that effort?
Bringing meetings home is really the best way to bring meetings into the community. So that means Janesville residents can work to bring either their work or association meetings here, their church groups, their hobby groups, anything that they're a part of probably holds meetings or gatherings of some sort. So if they just call our office and tell us about the associations they're part of, we can then reach out and bring those meetings here. A lot of people don't want to bring a meeting home because they assume it's going to be a lot of work, but our staff really works to make it easy. We'll take care of the bid proposals and reaching out to hotels. We can provide name tag services. We really make it easy and simple for them to bring that meeting to the community.
Great. So then you mentioned Sue Melton, your marketing director. What type of marketing does Sue do for the community?
Sue really has an integrated and broad strategy for marketing, and it includes every medium you can think of. We do print advertising in trade publications like Wisconsin Meetings or Midwest Meetings. We have a permanent placement in the Rockford Register-Star in their Go section, which is similar to the Kick section here in the Janesville Gazette. She also places billboards throughout the Midwest. We do radio advertising. We also do a lot of social media and online advertising. In addition to a Facebook and Twitter presence, we're also now doing things called geofencing or retargeting to bring people to our website. She also works with travel writers or bloggers, not only to bring them to Janesville, but also to help manage their stay so they're having great experiences and have a lot of great things to write about.
Great. So you have a small staff and you guys are overseen by a board of directors. What types of members are on your board?
We have a 14-member board and they really represent Janesville's tourism industry. We have representatives from several Janesville hotels. Our Janesville attractions are represented through Rotary Botanical Gardens, the Janesville Performing Arts Center, and the Rock County Historical Society. We also have representatives from the retail sector, from restaurants. We have a City of Janesville liaison, and we have members who are from the community at large.
Wow, so a pretty big board though. Great, okay. So your board and your staff work together to fulfill your mission, which, if I can remember it well, is to lead and support and promote the convention and visitors industry in this area by promoting Janesville, Wisconsin's Park Place, as a prime visitor destination, thereby creating a positive economic impact on the community and enhancing the quality of life. It's kind of a mouthful. But I know there's a lot of ways that you work to fulfill your mission, but can you talk about some of the primary activities that this consists of?
Sure. Our plan of work really consists of maintaining our extensive website. We also produce a full-size visitor guide and meeting planner and group tour guides. We attend to trade shows. We operate our visitor center in Palmer Park off of I-90. We also do an e-newsletter to about 3,000 subscribers that goes out monthly for the leisure travelers. We also have a version for meeting planners and a version for group tour planners that goes out on a quarterly basis. We also, again, do those sales calls and specific reach outs to meeting and conference planners.
Okay, so you play all these different roles in the community, but how are you funded?
We are funded by room tax. So when someone stays in a hotel and pays that room tax, state law requires that if a community charges a room tax, a portion of that has to go to a existing destination marketing organization or a convention and visitors bureau. And that's the same model that's used throughout the country. So Visit Madison or Real Racine, all of those convention and visitor bureaus are funded in that same way. And in 2017, we'll get about 60% of the room tax, and our total budget will be about $580,000.
Okay, okay. You mentioned earlier that you have a visitor center in Palmer Park that's open from May to September. What kinds of services are provided at your visitor center?
We really help travelers with whatever they might need. Some of them may be lost and they're looking for directions. Some may be just wanting to take a break. They really just want to grab a bite to eat, or they want to walk around or find an attraction. They may need gas or to stop and just get something at a department store. They also may find that Janesville is their final destination, so they're looking for a very specific business or the residence of a relative they're visiting or someone else. They may also be traveling further up in the state and they're looking for information and guides. We have guides from almost everywhere throughout the state of Wisconsin, and last year we gave away over 3,500 brochures and we greeted about 1,600 visitors there.
Okay, cool. So, and who staffs that visitor center? Because it certainly can't be your small staff of 5.
We are truly blessed with a group of about 20 volunteers, many of them retired teachers or retired community members who staff about 90% of those hours. And we're open daily from 9 to 5 p.m. So we really are so lucky to have that group of really well-educated community members staffing it. Lydia Stigman, our visitor services representative, she fills in some of those hours where there might be gaps. She also takes care of making sure we're well-stocked with brochures and that everything looks good and is in great order for those guests.
So if our viewers at home are interested in volunteering at the Visitor Center, what does that entail and how can they contact you?
They can just reach our office at 757-3171, and we really make it easy. We don't ask that people know everything there is to know about Janesville because that's really impossible. So we give them lots of resources. We have lots of binders of information. We have internet access so they can look things up. What they really need to do is be comfortable talking to people that they don't know, comfortable giving directions, and comfortable talking about the Janesville community.
Okay, great. So another program that you have, I understand you have a tourism grant program for community groups that are hosting events that draw visitors to Janesville. How much money is available in that program?
We have about $30,000 annually that we give away in that program, and we generally give away that total amount each year.
Okay, and what are some of the requirements for receiving the grant funding, and when do organizations need to apply?
Our deadlines are March 1st and July 1st, and we really need those funds to be used to market your event or your attraction or activity outside of Rock County. And that again ties back to our mission and to our funding source, that all of those advertising buys that are placed have to be designed to create overnight stays and to draw people in from outside the area.
Okay. So your focus is mainly on outside visitors or tourists, but Janesville residents can benefit from your services as well, correct?
Yes, that's one of the really wonderful things about what we do, is that we know that what's good for the visitor is also good for the resident. So whether it's providing great quality attractions, a variety of wonderful restaurants, our great parks and trails, all those things enjoyed by visitors create a quality of life for Janesville residents. We also know that the economic impact created when people come here also benefits Janesville restaurants. So whether you own an attraction or a restaurant, or whether you're just employed by one. So if you're a waitress at a local restaurant and someone comes in from Illinois, leaves you a big tip, that's a pretty nice benefit for the community. So we know we're supporting a lot of jobs in the area.
Okay. And one of my favorite of your services is your amazing website. I use your website all the time. What can visitors to your website find there?
We are really proud of our website and the resources it provides. We've got just a ton of data on all that Janesville has to offer. We have full-page listings for all of the attractions, and that includes lots of photos, links to their websites, maps to get there. All of Janesville's 125 plus restaurants have a page on our website, so you can get menu information, hours that they're open, specials they might be featuring. We've got listings for all of the parks and trails and all of the amenities that are there. So if you're looking for a place to go hiking, you can literally go to the search bar, type in hiking, and all of those trails will pull up. We've got information on retail stores. We have information for meeting planners and group tour planners. And in the resource section of our website, you can download those brochures. So if you want to print a restaurant guide and take it with you to tuck in your office, you can print that, or a copy of our calendar events. Those are all downloadable and printable from the website.
Great, and I would encourage you at home to go there because I use that all the time. It's a great website. So of course it makes sense that we want more visitors to come to Janesville, whether in small or large groups for the day or for a week. But how does your organization measure your success? How do you know what the impact of your work is?
We really know that we're being successful when we have strong, thriving attractions, hotels, and retailers. We measure success by bringing in more meetings and groups and sporting events into the community than we have really the previous year. We track very carefully who's coming in, and we measure the economic impact of those groups by surveying them while they're here or by sending out a survey after they've left the community. So we really do measure that economic impact for each group that comes in.
And so how do you know that those data points are attributed to your work? I mean, wouldn't people visit Janesville anyway, even without your services?
We use some software called Cyclone, and it's very specific to our industry, and that allows us to track every group that we're working with. So we might know that the Wisconsin Association of Television Producers, we first met them at a trade show, and we might know that they made a decision to come here because it was price-based or because they liked our regional location. We also then know if they were interested in coming back again, so we could reach out for them in 2 to 5 years. We also track, again, the economic impact of what they're doing while they're here, so we know that they're coming here for very specific reasons. We also know as consumers that we are bombarded by messages throughout the day, whether it's when we're driving down the road and seeing a billboard or whether they're popping onto our cell phone. We're bombarded with those messages. And visitors to our community experience the same thing. They're getting hit from messages from Racine or Kenosha or Wisconsin Dells or Galena. They're all influencing their choices. So we know that our marketing efforts have to kind of cut through that clutter and provide them information about what there is to see and do. And we know that we're succeeding when they come to us. We can look at the website and know that they came to us through an ad that was on the Rockford Register-Star website or another source. So we really can measure that our efforts are working and that there's a return on that investment.
That's good. That's very important. Well, we're getting short on time, but do you have any closing thoughts for our viewers at home?
I really want to say, from our board of directors to our staff, our volunteers, We really are excited to promote the Janesville community. We know it's an honor to serve and market the destination, and we also really thank the community members for their role in it. When people come to Janesville, they're greeted by a really welcoming community. We hear again and again what a pleasure it was to come here, how everyone was friendly. So what we do is successful because the residents play a role in being welcoming.
You know, that's funny because on our last episode, I had Chief Dave Moore from the police department on, and he said that was one of the, after the JACVB manhunt, that was one of the major things that the FBI and other federal agencies said is what a welcoming community Janesville was. So I think that's pretty telling. And so if our viewers at home have any questions for you, Christine, how can they contact you?
They can just give us a call at 757-3171, or they can visit our website at JanesvilleCVB.com, and that also has a contact us session where they can send an email to me or reach out to us through the website.
Thank you, Christine, for your time today and letting our viewers learn a little bit more about the Janesville Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. And thank you, viewers at home, for tuning in. Next month, we'll be turning the cameras on JATV Media Services and giving you an inside glimpse into your local public education and government television channel. And in addition to tuning into this program on a monthly basis, you can stay connected to the City of Janesville by following us on Facebook or Twitter. You can also sign up to receive emails with our press releases and other important information. And you can subscribe to get emergency alerts from the Janesville Police Department on Nixle. For Park Place Views and the City of Janesville, I'm Maggie Darr. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next month.